A contemporary ergonomic issue that is applicable to almost all students is the design of an ergonomic electronic classroom, such as Faust. Classrooms have always been a common point of ergonomic research to enhance student concentration and attention, but the introduction of computers into the classroom has added another element. Electronic classrooms are tricky because they must accommodate a wide range of students at any time while accommodating the instructor, the student, and the computer. The goal of designing an ergonomic electronic classroom is to combine efficiency and comfort in an environment where learning can take place. The classroom environment and layout, combined with the individual workstations, must merge with human learning and performance factors in order to create the optimal learning environment.
Lighting becomes increasingly important as more classrooms are filled with computer screens and projectors to substitute for chalkboards or whiteboards and pencil and paper. It is generally considered that the more lighting the room can have, the better it will be for students, but the best comes from when there's a lot of direct lighting from within the classroom and a good amount of ambient light coming from the windows. Importantly, the light shouldn't cause any glare, as it will quickly become less of a good thing and more of a distraction. The environment needs to be thought of as well. Motion sensing lights are already in most classrooms to help reduce light waste and save energy. The effects of ambient noise and reverberation on the classroom are far-reaching. Several reasons why both should be decreased are better concentration and understanding in students and a dramatic increase in students' academic achievement. It affects more students than others. Children who are most susceptible to ambient noise and reverberation in the classroom are students with hearing loss, including unilateral hearing loss, students with attention problems, and students with learning disabilities, including ADHD. According to a 2011 study by the CDC, 11% of children aged 4 to 17 will be diagnosed with ADHD at some point in their lives. One of the best ways to minimize the distractions that plague these individuals is to decrease the amount of ambient noise coming from outside the classroom. The benefits don't stop at just the students. Teachers spend 60% of their workday using their voice, and the American Speech Language Hearing Association found that teachers are 32 times more likely to experience voice problems due to their job when compared to similar occupations.
No matter how a classroom is set up, there are basic design requirements that must be met. For students, they must be able to see the instructor and any whiteboards or projector screens utilized during class. For the instructors, they must be able to access the controls for the light, sound, and projector. Additionally, the instructors must be able to view students' desktop and be able to move around the classroom effectively. There are three main types of classroom design, each with their own advantages and disadvantages. The first is the traditional classroom, like Faust. These rooms encourage lectures and demonstrations but cause collaboration between students to be difficult. Additionally, instructors have a hard time moving around to the different students in this design. The second type of design is when the computers and desks are around the edges of the room. While this arrangement allows for the instructor to easily move around the room and observe the screens of students, there are multiple disadvantages for their students. Students must rotate their seats to see the board during lectures, which makes it hard for them to take notes, and also have a hard time collaborating with each other. Variations of this style include putting desks in the middle of the classroom, which, depending on the shape of the table, can allow students to spread out or have easier collaboration. The last type of classroom involves complete flexibility of the furniture. The desk, chairs, and computers, in this case laptops, can be moved anywhere in the room. The classroom allows itself to be adapted to encourage teaching and learning styles that are most beneficial for the current lesson and activity. The main disadvantage of this classroom is that setup and takedown time is long.
Individual workspace station design is a key component to designing an ergonomic classroom. According to Ann Grassel, who has been a physical therapist for 23 years, chair manufacturers often make designs that are built around the person's bad posture to provide a comfy feel to it. But actually, this is causing more pressure on the lower back and limits movement. Because the chair allows for no movement, people tend to lean forward with their torso, which creates bad posture in the shoulders as well as tension in the upper extremities. Workstation chairs should be modified to encourage use of the body. The hips should be slightly higher than the knees with a slight forward tilt of the seat pan. The feet need to be flat on the floor to serve as a support system for the rest of the body, as well as to keep your hamstrings extended. The support for the back should be very low and more forward to allow for more movement of the pelvis. The keyboard should be positioned approximately 2 inches above the thighs with a negative tilt. The screen should be placed at the person's forehead height with a slight tilt upward. As people are forced to use their abs more, they will get stronger and will have a reduction of back pain, which will eventually decrease fatigue. There will be an adjustment time for older people, but if this is introduced to the younger generation, there will be no issues in the future.
In a society where technology is constantly advancing, the classroom must adapt to fit student, teacher, and technology needs. The end goal of an ergonomic electronic classroom is to reduce the risk of injuries and create an optimal learning experience for all students.